Good day everyone. Today we are going to discuss about absolute value. Let's have a review. On a number line, how many units are there from 0 to positive 6? Very good. We have 6 units. How many units are there from 0 to negative 6? Nice. We have 6 units also. How many units are there from 0 to negative 10? Very good. We have 10 units. How many units are there from 0 to positive 10? Very good. We have 10 units also. As you can see, sa number 1 at saka sa number 2 natin, pareha silang merong 6 units. Pero kung mapapansin natin, magkaiba ng integers na tinutukoy. Sa number 1, si positive 6 ang tinutukoy. Si number 2, si negative 6 ang tinutukoy. Pero pareha silang mula kay 0. So, dahil mula kay 0 sila, yung isa going to the right, yung isa going to the left. Pero pareha silang merong distance na 6. Ganun din si number 3 and number 4 question. So, pareha silang merong 10 units, pero magkaiba ng integers na tinutukoy. So, etong bagay na to, ang tawag natin dyan, kapag ang pinag-uusapan natin ay distance mula kay 0, ang tawag natin dyan is absolute value of a number. So, that is the distance from 0 on the number line. So, ibig sabihin, pag sinabi nating absolute value, what is the distance of the integer or what is the distance of the given integer from 0? At dahil distance ang pinag-uusapan natin, lagi siyang positive value. Hindi pwedeng negative kasi nga wala naman tayong distance pag negative. And absolute value of a number is denoted by a symbol shown on your screen. For example, what is the absolute value of 8? Meaning to say, what is the distance of positive 8 from 0? And that is 8. What is the absolute value of negative 8? Ibig sabihin, what is the distance of negative 8 from 0? Gaano kalayo si negative 8 mula kay 0? So, we have 8 units. Next, negative absolute value of 5. So, kung mapapansin mo, may negative tayo sa labas ng absolute value. So, kung may negative sa labas ng absolute value, we just simply copy the negative sign. Then, kukunin natin kung ano yung absolute value na tinatanong sa atin. The absolute value of 5 is 5. And then, copyin natin yung negative sign sa labas. So, we have negative 5. Next, negative absolute value of negative 5. So, ganun pa rin, dahil may negative sa labas, we just simply copy the negative sign. And then, the absolute value of negative 5 is 5. So, we have negative 5. Next, let's find the value of x. So, given the question, absolute value of x is equal to 16. Ibig sabihin, ano daw integer ang merong distance na 16 mula kay 0? So, meron tayong isang papunta sa kanan, isang papunta sa kaliwa. So, we have positive 16 and negative 16. Kasi parehas sila na merong 16 units na layo mula kay 0. Next, the absolute value of x is equal to negative 16. Ano naman daw integer ang merong distance na negative 16? Okay, wala. Kasi sabi natin kanina, kapag absolute value ang pinag-uusapan, it is always positive, walang negative. Ang sabi niya dito, negative 16 ang distance ng integer mula kay 0. Wala naman tayong negative na distance, so that means none. Next, absolute value of x is greater than 3. So, ano yung mga integers na merong distance mula kay 0 na more than 3? So, ano ba yung more than 3 natin? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and so on. So, ibig sabihin, yung mga integers natin na merong distance na 4, 5, 6, 7, regardless of the direction. So, ibig sabihin, we have 4, 5, 6, and so on, or negative 4, negative 5, negative 6, and so on. Okay? Remember, or stands for union. Next, absolute value of x is less than or equal to 2. So, ano naman yung mga integers na merong distance na 2 pababa? So, ano ba yung mga distance natin na 2 pababa? 2, 1, 0. So, ano yung mga yun? We have positive 2, positive 1, 0, negative 1, negative 2. Next, find the absolute value first, then compare the following pair of integers. Use the greater than, less than, or equal sign. So, compare lang natin yung dalawa, pero bago natin i-compare, kunin muna natin yung absolute value. Okay, number 1. Absolute value of 4, compare with absolute value of 1. So, kunin mo muna, absolute value of 4 is 4, absolute value of 1 is 1. So, 4, compare with 1, mas malaki ang 4, that means greater than. Next, absolute value of negative 3, compare with absolute value of negative 5. Absolute value ng negative 3 is 3, absolute value of negative 5 is 5. So, sino mas malaki? Si 5. That means less than. Okay, next. Negative absolute value of 8 compare with absolute value of negative 6. So, mapapansin mo, nasa labas yung negative doon sa absolute value of 8. So, ibig sabihin, kokopyahin lang natin yung negative sign. Then, absolute value of 8 is 8. So, we have negative 8. And then, yung absolute value of negative 6, nasa loob yung negative. So, that means, absolute value niya is positive 6. So, sino mas malaki? Negative 8 or positive 6? So, we have positive 6. That means, greater than. Next, negative absolute value of 7 compare with negative absolute value of negative 9. So, pareha silang may negative sa labas, so we just simply copy the negative sign outside. Then, the absolute value of 7 is 7, so we have negative 7. Then, the absolute value of negative 9 is 9. Then, copy the negative outside, so we have negative 9. Compare the two, mas malaki si negative 7, so that means greater than. Next, let us compute the following, okay? Pero bago tayo mag-compute, kukunin muna natin yung absolute value niya. For number 1, the absolute value of 8 plus the absolute value of negative 3. So, absolute value of 8 is 8. The absolute value of negative 3 is 3. So, 8 plus 3, we have 11. Next, absolute value of negative 6 minus absolute value of 4. So, absolute value of negative 6, we have 6. Absolute value of 4 is 4. 6 minus 4, we have 2. Now, on the number 3, bago natin kunin yung absolute value, isusubtract muna natin siya. So, 10 minus 7, we have 3. Then, absolute value of 3 is 3. Next, absolute value of 16 plus 9. So, ganun din. Kunin muna natin yung sum bago natin kunin yung absolute value. So, 16 plus 9 is 25. Absolute value of 25 is 25. Now, I want you to try this. Okay? So, find the following for numbers 1 to 8 and then compare the following absolute value for numbers 9 to 13. And then, I want you to compute numbers 14 to 17. I-post mo muna yung video, then sagutan mo. Then, once na may sagot ka na lahat, pwede mo na ulit i-continue yung video na to. Okay? It seems na may sagot ka na. Let's see kung tama yung sagot mo. I hope na nakakuha ka ng perfect score. And if in case na meron kang mali, pwede mong balikan yung lesson kanina, yung examples kanina, para malaman mo kung saan ka nagkamali. Okay? At maitama mo kung anong dapat mong itama. That's all for today. Thank you for listening. Hope you understand our lesson. Bye!